Hey guys! Today I'm going to be doing another wrap-up video. Fall has been really busy for me so far and I haven't had a lot of time to do a whole lot of reading, so I have combined what I read in September and October into one video this time. The first book I read for one of my classes that I'm taking, and it is Things Fall Apart by, I can't say his name. This book is about life in like pre-colonial Nigeria. And it talks a lot about, you know, just life in the small villages and family structure and religion, things like that. So I think it's really interesting if you know like the background to it, and or if you're interested in that kind of thing. And it's really, it's a very nice example to show all of this information. But I think on its own, like the story itself isn't that interesting. I think, you know, like the discussions it leads to are, but the book itself, like the actual story and the plot, really wasn't that interesting for me, and I think I gave this 2 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Fathomless by Pearce. This book is about a girl who's a triplet, and she and her sisters each have like kind of a superpower, and hers is that she can see people's pasts when like she touches them. And it's also about this other girl who lives in the ocean and is kind of like a mermaid a little bit, and she's trying to get her soul back, and the only way that you can do that is if you like have somebody fall in love with you and then you drown them, and that's how the mermaids get their souls back. It's an interesting book. I felt like it kind of dragged on a little bit in the middle. I'm a sucker for mermaid stories, so that's why I wanted to read it in the first place. But overall, I thought it was an interesting, fun, kind of light read. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. The next one I read was Origin by Khoury. This one is about a girl named Pia who was like genetically bred to be immortal. It takes place in the Amazon jungle in this like science camp, and this is like where she's lived all her life until one of the village boys from outside the camp like comes in contact with her, and she realizes there might be more to life than just science and like what's inside the little compound she lives in. I really like some of the questions that were brought up in this book, like about, you know, life and immortality. The only thing that really kind of bugs me a little bit about it was I didn't like the ending so much. I thought it was kind of like a cop-out towards the end, like, okay, I felt like some things were kind of unresolved. It wasn't the exact ending I was looking for, but otherwise I thought it was a really, really good book. And I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book I read last month was What's Left of Me by Zhang. This is the first book in a new series, and oh my gosh, it is so good. So this book it's not so much a dystopian as it is like a set in just like kind of a parallel universe, if that makes sense. But basically, in it, people are born with 2 souls inside of themselves, and they like the souls kind of like co-inhabit the body for a few years until one of them becomes the dominant soul, and the other one just kind of fades away. And so 2 people with 2 different names just kind of become one person, whichever one, you know, kind of like wins. So usually they call it settling. Usually happens around like age 5 or 6. They say like if it's, you know, they reach age 10 and they haven't settled yet, that's abnormal. And they call them hybrids that have 2 souls and they're like adults or whatever. They're dangerous, and they're usually, you know, they're sent away and stuff. This book is about Eva, who is she was supposed to be the submissive soul, and it's about her sister Addie, and I think they're like 14 or 15, and they still haven't settled yet, but they've been pretending for the past few years that Addie is the dominant soul. And so Eva just kind of, she's still there. She can't control her body at all, but she's been watching, you know, Addie live her life for, you know, the past 4 or 5 years, and everyone thinks she's dead. And then something happens, and somebody finds out that Eva's still there. I give this one 5 out of 5. Also, on an end note, it's November, which means that NaNoWriMo is going on, which stands for National Novel Writing Month, if you don't know about that. I've been doing this contest every November for the past like 5 years. This is my 5th year now. So that's why I'm, you know, I'm really, everything's kind of chaotic in my life right now. And I'm very busy, you know, trying to write my few thousand words a day and keeping up and stuff. So if you are doing NaNoWriMo too, you can feel free to add me as a writing buddy, and I will put the link to my page down below. So good luck if you are doing NaNoWriMo this year, and for everybody else, I hope you have a fantastic November, and I will see you probably at the end of the month because it's gonna be a really busy next few weeks writing a novel, so we'll see how that goes. So until next time, I will see you guys later.